It was another day on the Sea of Thieves, and Captain Fireheart was just heading out on another voyage. Her crew members were out doing other things, which meant that Fireheart was traveling solo. But she didn't mind. It was surprisingly quiet on the seas, which gave the captain a bit of relief. Whenever the seas were quiet, it meant no rival ships were nearby. Captain Fireheart was just about to depart when she saw a flashing red tornado appearing in the sky from a nearby island. It meant only one thing: a skeleton lord was approaching. Fireheart knew that whoever the lord was, it had to be taken down, no matter the costs. So, she quickly jumped aboard her ship, the Alpha's Flame, lowered the sails, raised the anchor, and she was soon on her way. Captain Fireheart knew that the skeleton lords were powerful beings, and having to take down one solo was a risky thing to do, which made the captain a little nervous, thinking about the possible things that could go wrong. But she quickly shook off the nervousness after remembering one thing. This is not the first time she battled against a skeleton lord and won. One thing is for sure, if she can pull this off, the reward she'll receive will be worth a ton of gold. The island that was called Cannon Cove was the location where the red tornado was, and by the time Fireheart reached the beach, she saw it. The skeleton lord that was known as Warden Chi. No turning back now. Fireheart equipped her cutlass and Eye of Reach, parked her ship by the beach, and started heading towards the skeleton lord. The battle was already beginning as the big skeleton started throwing small but powerful balls of fire at her. Luckily, she managed to dodge them. But the one thing she feared the most at the moment, when the ground began to shake, and then out of nowhere, meteors started falling from the sky, and geysers started erupting from everything. And the worst thing is that her ship was very close to the meteor shower. Fireheart knew that she had to lure the skeleton lord away from her ship, and she also had to keep running until the meteor shower and geyser field stopped. Eventually, they did.
There's nowhere to run,
the warden said.
Oh, I don't plan on running,
Fireheart replied. She wasn't scared of this flaming skeleton monster. If she faced off against skeleton lords like this one, she knew she could defeat it. The battle was fierce, furious, and fiery. Fireheart was giving it all she's got. The skeleton lord kept on summoning smaller skeletons to try to take out the captain and unleashing more meteor showers and geyser fields, but luckily the two were far enough away from Fireheart's ship. Captain Fireheart was starting to get exhausted from all of the jumping and running around, but she couldn't give up. Not now. With every slash of her cutlass and every bullet from her Eye of Reach, she dealt more damage to the big skeleton. Until finally...
I can't lose! Not like this! No!
And just like that, it was over. The skeleton lord was defeated. Then suddenly, more geysers came, but this time chests filled with loot appeared. Captain Fireheart let out a roar of victory, knowing that she had won. As mentioned, this wasn't the first Fireheart took down a skeleton lord, nor the second either. But today, this was indeed the third. While she was bringing the loot she received back to her ship, another ship came into view, thinking that whoever was on that approaching ship would try to sink her ship. Fireheart quickly put down the chest she was carrying and hurried over to her ship, hoping to confront whoever was on the other ship. When she got onto her ship, she saw 2 pirates. One was at the cannons, maybe to strike at the Alpha's flame at any moment. Confronting other pirates was difficult, sometimes on the Sea of Thieves, but Fireheart knew she had to try.
Now listen, I don't want any trouble,
She said to the 2 pirates.
Don't worry, we're just here to take down the Skeleton Lord.
Fireheart was surprised. These pirates weren't here to cause trouble at all. They were just here to get some loot from taking down the Skeleton Lord that she took down already. She kinda felt bad for them.
Sorry, I already took down the Skeleton Lord. You just missed it.
She said, and she explained to the pirates that she managed to take down the Skeleton Lord solo. The 2 pirates were disappointed that they weren't able to take it down, but were also quite impressed that Fireheart took it down solo.
Well, do you want to share the loot?
Fireheart asked. Even though it was a generous offer, the 2 pirates declined Fireheart's offer, for the win was hers, and it wouldn't feel right taking the loot she won. Soon, Fireheart got all of the loot onto her ship. The 2 pirates did take one thing, however, which was known as the Chest of Rage. Fireheart was okay with letting them take it, as she lowered the sails, raised the anchor, and got the ship turned around towards the nearest outpost. She also waved goodbye to the 2 pirates and wished them good luck on their next voyage. The new Golden Sands outpost was the closest place to sell the loot that Fireheart received. Once she was finished, she got her hands on a total of over 35,000 gold. Needless to say, Captain Fireheart was pretty proud of herself, wondering what tomorrow will bring.